Welcome to Dolphin Dive Daily, your go-to spot for everything Miami Dolphins. If you bleed aqua and orange, hit that subscribe button and join the pod. The Miami Dolphins universe is buzzing with whispers that have been circulating quietly for weeks, almost like a storm slowly brewing off the Atlantic coast, gathering strength and anticipation. Fans have been anxiously checking every sports update, social media post, and insider tip, hoping for a glimmer of confirmation, a hint that the impossible could finally happen. Sources close to the team hint that the Dolphins have been negotiating behind closed doors with one of the most dominant running backs in recent NFL history, Derrick Henry, whose name alone carries a weight that sends shivers down defensive lines across the league. The rumors suggest that these discussions, initially cautious and tentative, escalated quickly into serious negotiations once the Dolphins realized the magnitude of what signing Henry could mean for their offensive strategy. Behind the scenes, executives reportedly spent countless hours crunching numbers, evaluating salary cap implications, and envisioning game plans that could leverage Henry's sheer size, speed, and unmatched power. Social media has been exploding with fan theories and speculation, with some analysts cautiously optimistic, while others warn that finalizing such a blockbuster deal is never simple, fraught with logistical challenges and potential last-minute twists that could derail even the most promising agreements. As the day unfolds, the anticipation builds, and every passing hour feels like an eternity for those hoping to witness a historic announcement. The atmosphere is thick with suspense, a rare moment where the NFL world collectively holds its breath in anticipation of a single monumental decision that could redefine a team's trajectory for years to come, leaving fans and pundits alike on edge, waiting for that inevitable confirmation that could turn speculation into reality. Rumors from insiders suggest that Miami's front office has been working tirelessly, balancing secrecy and strategic leaks to build the hype surrounding Derrick Henry's potential arrival. Every detail is being meticulously managed, from the timing of the official announcement to the crafted visuals that will flood social media once the deal is public. Some insiders hint that Henry's camp has been equally engaged, weighing offers and envisioning the next chapter in his career that could see him dominating defenses not just physically, but psychologically, given his reputation for punishing runs and creating fear across the league. The Dolphins' coaching staff is reportedly ecstatic at the prospect, imagining a backfield that suddenly becomes an unstoppable force, capable of controlling the clock and energizing both the team and the city of Miami itself. Fan forums have been ablaze with theories about how Henry would mesh with current offensive weapons, speculating on potential touchdown scenarios, record-breaking seasons, and even the psychological boost that his presence could provide to the team's morale. Media outlets have picked up on the subtle signals, from cryptic social media posts to offhand remarks in press conferences, fueling a narrative that feels almost cinematic in its unfolding drama. The excitement is contagious, with each new tidbit or rumor adding layers of intrigue, making the potential signing feel less like a transaction and more like a pivotal moment in sports history that could define a franchise for years. While nothing has been confirmed officially, the level of coordination and the intensity of speculation suggest that fans might be mere hours away from witnessing one of the most anticipated announcements in recent memory. The tension is palpable, the speculation relentless, and the imagination of fans and commentators alike runs wild with scenarios where Derrick Henry dons the teal and orange, ready to rewrite expectations and dominate every Sunday in a way only a player of his caliber can. Sources suggest that the deal has been months in the making, with careful attention paid to every nuance, from contract details to physical condition assessments. The Dolphins are reportedly planning a strategic unveiling, potentially involving multimedia campaigns, press conferences, and social media blitzes designed to maximize fan engagement and media coverage. Every insider note points to a calculated effort to control the narrative, ensuring that the excitement remains high and the speculation continues until the official moment arrives. Analysts argue that Henry's style of play could transform Miami's offensive identity, adding a layer of power and intimidation that has been missing in previous seasons. Imagining Henry's presence in the backfield evokes images of defenders struggling to stop his momentum, breaking tackles, and powering through gaps with a relentless combination of strength and agility. Fans have been sharing mock-up jerseys, highlight reels, and hypothetical game scenarios online, creating a wave of excitement that seems to feed itself with each new rumor or hint. Even rival teams are reportedly keeping a close eye on the developments, aware that Henry in Miami could shift playoff dynamics and alter strategic calculations across the AFC. The collective anticipation is reaching a fever pitch, where every minor leak or insider tip is dissected and amplified, contributing to a sense of inevitability surrounding the news. As the hours tick by, it feels as if the NFL world is on the brink of a seismic shift, a moment that could define not only a season but potentially the legacy of a franchise eager to make a statement. The speculation surrounding Derrick Henry and the Dolphins is more than just chatter. It's a phenomenon capturing the imagination of fans, analysts, and media alike, all waiting for that final confirmation that will turn rumor into reality. While the Dolphins' management remains tight-lipped, subtle hints in press briefings and social media posts have fueled the fire, creating an atmosphere of suspense that's almost palpable. Industry insiders suggest that the timing of the announcement is strategic, potentially aimed at maximizing media coverage and fan engagement, ensuring that every angle of the deal is dissected in real time. Derrick Henry's history of performance under pressure adds an additional layer of narrative intrigue, with fans imagining how his skills could intersect with Miami's existing offensive schemes, producing moments of sheer domination on the field. There's also chatter about the cultural and motivational impact, as teammates reportedly react with excitement and anticipation, inspired by the arrival of a player of Henry's stature. The speculation extends beyond Miami, with national sports media outlets analyzing potential playoff implications, fantasy football repercussions, and even merchandise projections, indicating the far-reaching significance of such a move. Social media trends suggest a near-hysteria among fans, with hashtags, memes, and mock interviews circulating at a pace that feels unstoppable. Every rumor, no matter how small, is dissected and debated, creating a continuous feedback loop of excitement, analysis, and speculation that keeps the story alive and thriving. As the official announcement draws nearer, the tension is heightened by the uncertainty that remains, leaving fans to imagine every possible scenario, from triumphant touchdowns to the psychological edge Henry could provide against rival teams. The intrigue is amplified by the fact that nothing has been officially confirmed, making every insider tip a potential game-changer in the narrative that surrounds the Dolphins and their impending acquisition. The sensation is not merely about a player joining a team. It's about the ripple effect such a decision could create, reshaping expectations, energizing fan bases, and transforming a team's identity in the most public and dramatic way imaginable. Still with us? Then show some love. Hit that like button and let us know in the comments. What's your take on the Fins this week? The excitement surrounding Derrick Henry's potential signing with the Dolphins has ignited a unique social phenomenon, blending sports fandom with the thrill of unfolding drama. Every fan interaction, tweet, and forum post contributes to a collective anticipation that feels almost cinematic, as if the narrative is unfolding in real time with millions of spectators invested in each development. Some speculate that the Dolphins' front office may leverage Henry's marketability, imagining campaigns that combine athletic excellence with fan engagement, creating an aura of excitement that extends far beyond the gridiron. Analysts debate the strategic implications, considering how Henry's skill set could alter defensive schemes, force opponents to rethink their game plans, and shift momentum in key matchups. Behind closed doors, coaching staff reportedly brainstorm scenarios where Henry's physical dominance could redefine running plays, red zone efficiency, and clock management, creating a level of versatility that few teams can counter. The media landscape mirrors this intensity, with every minor clue magnified, every insider leak dissected, and every speculative story feeding the anticipation in a cyclical pattern of rumor, reaction, and heightened expectation. Fans create imagined highlight reels, discuss hypothetical statistics, and envision entire seasons rewritten by Henry's presence, further amplifying the narrative into an almost mythic anticipation. Rival franchises watch closely, recognizing that this move could alter the balance of power, forcing strategic recalibrations and stirring competition across conferences. The cumulative effect of these rumors and speculations is a narrative tension that transcends ordinary fan excitement, positioning this potential signing as a defining moment in Miami Dolphins history. Insiders suggest that the Dolphins have coordinated a sophisticated strategy, ensuring that the announcement of Derrick Henry's signing will dominate headlines, social media feeds, and fan conversations across the country. Every detail, from the official press release to staged media appearances, is reportedly planned to maximize impact and sustain attention, keeping fans engaged and analysts speculating well beyond the initial reveal. The interplay between secrecy and controlled leaks has created a perfect storm of curiosity and excitement, with every hint triggering waves of discussion and debate among enthusiasts. Henry's potential influence on the Dolphins' offensive identity is central to this narrative, as his reputation for breaking tackles, controlling the line of scrimmage, and scoring in high-pressure situations could transform Miami into a team that commands attention both physically and psychologically. Conversations online range from tactical analyses of his running style to broader discussions about team chemistry, locker room morale, and the marketing potential that accompanies a player of his stature. The anticipation feels almost theatrical, as if fans are watching a suspenseful build-up to a climactic reveal, each passing moment heightening the sense of drama. Analysts speculate on scenarios where Henry could redefine expectations, push teammates to perform at higher levels, and create signature plays that become emblematic of Miami's newfound identity. While the speculation continues, the rumor mill shows no signs of slowing, feeding a cycle of excitement that seems to gather momentum with every passing hour. The narrative surrounding Derrick Henry's potential arrival transcends traditional sports reporting, blending rumor, anticipation, and fan engagement into a sustained spectacle that captures the imagination of anyone with even a passing interest in football. Social media metrics indicate an unprecedented spike in engagement, reflecting the fervor surrounding Derrick Henry and the Dolphins. Every rumor, leak, or speculative post generates waves of discussion, with fans dissecting potential game outcomes, offensive strategies, and even jersey sales projections in anticipation of an official confirmation. Analysts suggest that Henry's arrival could recalibrate the team's dynamics, providing a physical and psychological edge that alters not just game plans, but the broader culture of the organization. Industry insiders hint that negotiations have been intense, with every contract clause, performance incentive, and logistical detail carefully evaluated to ensure alignment between Henry's expectations and the team's strategic goals. The excitement extends to local media, community events, and fan groups, creating a holistic ecosystem of anticipation that touches every corner of Miami and resonates nationwide. Observers note that the interplay between rumor and reality has reached a critical point, where anticipation itself becomes a form of narrative, amplifying every minor development into a headline-worthy event. Coaches reportedly strategize around hypothetical scenarios, envisioning how Henry could transform red zone efficiency, sustain drives, and energize teammates, creating a multiplier effect on overall performance. The ripple effect of this speculation spans beyond football, impacting merchandising, sponsorships, and fan engagement, reinforcing the notion that Henry's potential signing is more than a transaction. It's a cultural moment. As the clock ticks down toward the official announcement, every fan, analyst, and commentator remains on edge, captivated by a narrative that blends athletic excellence with suspenseful drama, positioning the Dolphins and Derrick Henry at the center of a story that seems destined to dominate conversations for weeks, months, or even years. Rumors indicate that the Dolphins' strategy in signing Derrick Henry is both athletic and symbolic, aiming to signal dominance, ambition, and a renewed commitment to victory. Every insider suggests that the timing, negotiation nuances, and public relations efforts are orchestrated with precision, creating a perfect environment for maximum impact upon announcement. Analysts and fans speculate on the potential synergy between Henry and Miami's existing offensive arsenal, imagining dynamic plays, power running formations, and psychological advantages over rival teams that could shift the balance of competition. Social media engagement continues to amplify the narrative, with fans creating content, debating possibilities, and generating viral moments that reinforce anticipation and excitement. Industry experts highlight that Henry's presence could reshape defensive planning, forcing opponents to adapt schemes and strategies in ways that could redefine matchups and season expectations. The blend of rumor, anticipation, and strategic planning contributes to a narrative that feels larger than the sport itself, capturing attention, inspiring debate, and energizing communities invested in the Dolphins' success. Every media outlet, social commentator, and fan page contributes to a collective storyline that positions Derrick Henry as a transformative figure, one capable of altering both the team's fortunes and the broader landscape of the league. As the potential signing looms closer to confirmation, the suspense is electric, the anticipation nearly tangible, and the narrative surrounding Derrick Henry and the Miami Dolphins reaches a crescendo that promises to be one of the most captivating stories of the season, if not the decade. The final hours before the anticipated announcement are reportedly a careful balancing act, with Dolphins executives, Derrick Henry's representatives, and media strategists coordinating to ensure that the reveal generates maximum excitement and engagement. Fans across the nation are tracking every development, parsing every statement, and speculating wildly about the precise terms, presentation, and immediate impact of the deal. The level of orchestration suggests a recognition that Henry's arrival could do more than change game outcomes. It could redefine the Dolphins' identity, energize the fan base, and send shockwaves across the NFL. Analysts debate the tactical advantages, discussing how Henry's combination of size, speed, and vision could dominate defensive lines and redefine expectations in critical matchups. Social media amplifies the excitement, creating an ecosystem where rumor, expectation, and anticipation feed one another, sustaining interest and engagement. Rival teams reportedly monitor developments closely, aware that Miami's acquisition of Henry could alter strategic calculations and playoff trajectories. Insider commentary emphasizes the psychological boost for teammates, suggesting that Henry's presence may inspire increased intensity, confidence, and cohesion on and off the field. As the moment of confirmation draws near, the narrative surrounding Derrick Henry's potential signing with the Dolphins transcends traditional rumor, evolving into a cultural phenomenon that captivates fans, dominates media coverage, and positions Miami at the epicenter of NFL discourse. The anticipation, speculation, and excitement converge into a singular event, promising to leave a lasting imprint on the league, the franchise, and the legacy of Derrick Henry himself, as the world waits with bated breath for the official announcement that could confirm what fans have long hoped for. That's a wrap for today's dive. If you're loving the content, share it with a fellow Dolphins fan, hit subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a splash. Fins up.